Hi there. This is the video week 2 of careers. I mentioned last week that we're going to look at careers, but from different aspects of the types of clients that I see. So the first category were those people who don't know what to do. The second category that we're going to talk about today is when you've chosen a career, but you don't like it. It's not right. The third one is when you're in a career and you're wanting to know, okay, how do you progress? How do you go up the proverbial ladder? And then the fourth week, I thought we'd look at the myths that we're always hearing about careers. So let's dive in. So often, more common than you would imagine, people arrive on the doorstep and they are speaking about they don't like their job. So, of course, there's different aspects. They don't like the job, or they've chosen the wrong career. I should never have I should never have gone into. And this is where we need to look at and ask yourself, did you ever enjoy the job? Did you ever enjoy it? Was it ever like, oh, one day I'm going to be okay. And now you are it. And so there you can look and see, okay, it helps to look to see why did you go into this? Was it something that your parents said, oh, but you have to go and be okay? Or was it something that you imagined that it would be totally different? A lot of people who go into medicine discover that medicine isn't really like they imagined. It also doesn't help that, sometimes people go into law thinking that it's going to be what we see on TV. Or let's go and be a fire person, or let's go and be a paramedic because it's what we see, from a hospital series on TV. And reality is very different to that. But what you find is that some people have specialized for lots of years, whether you're going to be a specialist or you're going to be an advanced engineer, and then you go like, you know what? I don't like it. I don't. But what holds people back a lot is that they think after all these years, 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20 years, I can't change now. And the secret is that you can. At any point in your career, you can decide this isn't for me. But before you do that, you need to make sure that you are changing for the right reasons. And so it helps in coaching to be able to examine what is it, what attracted you to this industry, to this profession, what has changed. Maybe you've changed. Is there any aspect of the job that you like or any aspect that you don't? A lot of people feel like, oh, my job should be something that I enjoy 100% of the time every single day. And the truth is, it's not. Some days are not good at all. And probably about 20% of a job are aspects of the job that you don't really like. But in order to do the other 80%, you need to do these 20%. So examine for yourself, what is it? What aspect is it? What don't you like? Maybe you've become a doctor and you don't like sick people. But then it's not about just saying, okay, I'm giving up sick people, I'm giving up being a doctor. Could you branch into research then? Could you go and do some other aspect, technology in medicine, that doesn't necessarily have the sick patient front and center? So all these aspects are important. Okay. It's also important for you to see that there aren't many choices. You either accept it, you change it, or you move. Okay. So people also who arrive and go, oh, I hate my job, I hate my manager. It's also about at one point you put on your social media about how you celebrated about getting this job. So it's important to understand what has changed. What can you accept? What can you change? And if not, you're not a tree. You need to move. But what I always say to people as well is that you need to be careful that when you move and you go, that's it, leaving here, going somewhere else, that you take yourself with. And you may get to the next place and discover, oh dear, patterns repeat. It's the same thing as the last job because the common denominator was you. So please do your inner work before you move, because the last thing you want to do is find out, oh, patterns repeat. So, in summary, if you have made the wrong choice because you felt, obliged to go and become a doctor, or you felt, oh, you need to go and become. All right. There's also the option of not only changing career, there's an option of bringing in what else you want to be as a sideline, as a hobby, as a volunteer. So gone are the days where it's this or that, this or that, this or that. It's not chicken or beef anymore. It's about how do we have both? How do we have chicken and beef? Okay. How can you be a doctor and work with children? How can you be an engineer and work with creative parts of your life? Okay. So look for the and. And so with that, if any of it resonates, if you would like to come and bring me your lists of what it is, we can work through them. We can find out what maybe would match you, and also take into account that there's not only one option. Because when you take people's skills and people's strengths and you put them in all different permutations and combinations, there are so many different places. So going back to my daughter, for instance, she is very good at writing. And at one point, oh, you use writing a lot as in law. And she went and sat and job shadowing, by the way, I think is very important, no matter how old you are. Because you don't really know what job is like until you go and do it. And she went and did, well, it was supposed to be a whole week of job shadowing in a legal firm. And after 2 days, she said, Mom, this is not for me. Okay. And yay, she knew that legal is not for her. But if she hadn't gone and sat through it, she maybe wouldn't have known that it wasn't for her. So it's very important that just because you do something well, oh, you could be but there are so many other places that you could use that skill or that experience. Okay, so with that, do contact me. I would love to hear from you. Book your 30 minutes complimentary call. Please remember also that you're loved, you matter, and you're not alone. And we'll see you all next week. I'm Colette Quist.